Fox host Jeanine Pirro is going to continue to be a living parody. Let's listen to her read viewer emails. See if you notice a trend in these Fox viewers.
And now for the results of tonight's Insta poll. We asked you, how are you preparing for a possible terrorist attack in America? Wendy says, I am locked and loaded. Let them in if they can get past my guns. Felicia says, I ordered a 3-month supply of food storage, ordered 1,000 rounds. Now I just live as normally as I can. And Becky says, by being over-vigilant and being prepared to defend myself and my home if necessary, then leaving the rest up to God. Susan says, I've been practicing at the gun range and I just bought myself a pretty pink pistol. What was it, a Ruger? I've seen that Ruger. Anyway, Kat says, I'm stocking up on ammo, but I'm not going to let them change my routines and outlooks. And you better buy them before Homeland Security and everybody else does. Carol says, target practicing and praying. Kurt, we all need to have situational awareness. Don't put yourself in a situation where you don't have an escape plan or the ability to defend yourself. And Jason says, going to purchase a gun or two, can't depend on the current government to protect me. And that's it for us tonight.
Remember when a few years back, Obama said that scared conservatives cling to their guns and their religion? How wrong he was. Every email! By the way, I think some of those were probably not emails. They were letters sent via carrier pigeon because the audience of Fox News is about 116 on average. But they're like, okay, I have my Bible right here. I have a poster of Jesus right there. I have an AR-15 to my right, and I just bought 17,000 tons of ammunition. I'll be okay. I love how there was one person who was like, I bought all these weapons, and I'm praying, but I'm not going to let ISIS affect my daily life. But you just said it did. They did. Oh, God, they're so stupid. They're so stupid. No, but they really believe that it's just a matter of time. Tick-tock, the clock is going, and ISIS is about to come from Tijuana by Thursday. But this is the kind of fear-mongering that Fox News specializes in. It works specifically with their moronic audience, and the results are what you see here, that sales for guns and ammunition shoot up. And also, I love the contradiction with the love of Jesus as they're talking about their firearms. As if Jesus, if he were here, would be hanging out with these conservatives going, that's exactly what I had in mind. When you get scared, I want you to get 14 guns and batten down the hatches. Jesus was a pacifist. Do you know what that is? That's significantly to the left of me. I'm a non-interventionist. You know what that means? Okay, I don't want to fuck with anybody unless they fuck with us. Then we'll crush them. Okay, if we're doing national defense, I have no problem with wars. But they have to be legitimately defensive wars, and there needs to be an imminent threat of attack against us. Jesus said no to that. Do you know what turn the other cheek means? A lot of people don't know that turn the other cheek doesn't mean, hey, I'm going to walk away, turn the other cheek and walk away. That's not what it means. It means I'm going to turn after you smacked one cheek, I'm going to turn the other cheek and present it and say, smack that one too. He's as big of a pacifist as you could ever be. He's the definition of a pacifist. And these idiots are like, yeah, Jesus would love it when I grab my AR-15 and get my ammunition. Yeah! No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. That's the opposite of his ideology. That's the opposite of his belief system. But that's the thing about conservatives. They don't give a fuck about contradictions. They don't give a fuck about contradictions. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. As long as you define yourself as X, they think you are X. So you could say, I'm a Christian, but I'm in favor of capital punishment, and I want to kill anybody who does anything wrong ever. Any crime, petty, larceny, kill him. But I love Jesus. But that doesn't jive. Do you not get how that doesn't fucking fit together? And look, the final thing I'll say about this is with the dangerous aspect of this is that because of fear-mongering like this is why you see post 9/11, for example, we had a tremendous spike in hate crimes, not only against Muslims, but against Hindus and Sikhs. Because the moron rednecks who did the violence, they would go, they got darker skin, they must be some kind of terrorist. Not even paying attention to the fact that some of the people they were hurting were Buddhists and Hindus and they're not Muslim. But this is why you see stuff like that. Because something happens, and then the American media goes into a motherfucking frenzy, and they scare all these old white people into buying more guns and reading their Bible more often. Okay? And then some of them take it too far. The rhetoric gets so extreme, ISIS is coming, something's going to happen, that whenever they see somebody who looks like they're from the Middle East, attack! And then you see, hate crime spike. So there's actually a very serious aspect to this, and that's even the smaller bit, believe it or not, because what's the bigger picture? When you look at the polls now, the American people are much more likely to be in favor of ground invasion than we were a month ago. Why? Not necessarily because of what ISIS is doing, because they're doing the same thing they've been doing for 2 years, but because the media is harping away on it over and over and over. Guys, don't be afraid, ISIS is bad. Meanwhile, go look at the polls for Al-Shabaab. You know what the American people would say? Who the fuck is Al-Shabaab? Is that a shish kebab? Is there chicken and vegetables on the stick? Is that what we're talking about? No. Al-Shabaab is a terrorist group in Somalia. Boko Haram is a terrorist group in Nigeria. You could run through the rest of them. Al-Nusra is in Syria also, and the Taliban in Afghanistan, and you name them. We can go through all of them, right? But since the media is not fear-mongering about Al-Shabaab, the American people would be like, oh, invade to fight Al-Shabaab? Fucking 2% in the opinion polls. But because the media hammers away on ISIS, be afraid. Okay, let's invade. I need my Bible, I need my gun, because I love Jesus, and Jesus would shoot people.